Oh, it was a pretty easy decision in the end. You know, I've had a really good run with injury and a great run being in the team for such a long time. But you know, was running really well come January, doing my PBs and ready for a good season. But at the end of the day, I ended up getting a back injury that's held me back a fair bit this year, and I just couldn't hit the heights that I needed to. Affected my form, and you know, I'm one that likes to go out there and give it everything I've got, and I feel as though that a few times this year that I fell short of my expectations where I needed to be. So, you know, I'm thankful for this club just to allow me to play for such a long time. I said to the boys, it's a wonderful club. We get to play AFL footy, but to play for the West Coast Eagles has been outstanding. From being a Victorian and coming over here, I couldn't have asked for a better club to come to and better people to surround myself with. So, you know, it's a sad day to finish up, but at the end of the day, you know, you're a custodian of the game, and I've had my time, and someone else will get drafted in 3 months' time, and wear the number 37 jumper, and I just hope that they have just as much fun as what I've had.
Can you describe how you'd like to be remembered as a player?
Yeah, just a solid role player for the side. There's been times where I've had to be moved around to mid, back a couple of times throughout my career, and just do whatever it takes for the side to be better. Never really wanted too many accolades to play the game. It was more achieving success as a team, and fortunately enough for me, I was able to find myself in the right team and playing the right role, and achieving. Yeah, falling down, Lockie. I found myself in the right team, right role, and we were able to win a premiership. So obviously that sits very fondly, but there's been many times throughout my career where we've achieved some sort of success, and I sit down in the rooms with the boys after the game, and it's just been a really satisfying feeling.
Just in recent times, was there a particular moment or occasion when you just thought, this is getting beyond me?
Oh, not really. I mean, obviously this year there's been a few times I haven't performed where I needed to, but it's day to day, and dealing with a back injury and a few other things that I've dealt with, and getting out on the training track and probably not running as fast as I used to, and just finding it harder to get up from week to week. I've never been the quickest player, but I guess the small things that I brought to the table week in, week out, I was finding it harder to do. And from a mental point of view, when I knew that I couldn't contribute in that way, I knew it was pretty much time that it was going to be it. I probably planned that this was going to be my last year anyway. We're in a position where we may have been able to strike and have a run at the finals. Injuries and a few other things haven't worked out, but it didn't come too much of a shock, because I sort of had in the back of my mind that this may have been the last year of my career.
The Selwood family has become famous now in AFL footy. What's it been like, one to play with a brother and then the other to play against your other brothers?
Yeah, I mean, it's been a really nice chapter in my football career. I left Scotty when he was 12 years old. He was still in primary school. And so I went away, and each year I come back, he'd grown another 3 inches taller, and voice was breaking and all the rest. So for him to finally get selected by West Coast and to be able to play about 100 games with him has been sensational. I would have loved to have won a premiership with him, and it's not the case, but it's something that we'll be able to live our lives and know that we've had something special together that the other boys weren't able to do. To be able to play against my brothers has been fantastic. I've got to play against Joel. At one stage, Woosha put Troy and I on a wing together for about 5 minutes. We didn't get a kick, and we looked at each other thinking, let's go out of the way, go find someone else and match up and have a bit of fun there. But there's been some great memories. I remember tackling Troy on a wing one time and nearly got him for holding the ball, which I would have loved to have been able to do. And then obviously the infamous incident with Joel, where I pretty much gave it all I had and come off second best. So it's been wonderful, and I'm so proud of what my brothers have achieved. I look at my career, and I'm very happy and satisfied and proud of what I've done. But when I see Scotty winning club champion awards and Joel winning premierships, and all Australians and everything else, I get a great sense of pride in what they've done because I know how much work they've put in.
And when the club went through some downtime, after the premiership, it was going through some difficult off-field issues, you had a lot of concerns. What changed your opinion in the direction of the club?
What I did and the way I attacked it was just to try and show leadership. To be quite honest, I knew that there was probably 95% of wonderful people here, and I never considered leaving the football club. It was probably a way of showing some sort of leadership for us to, as players, to smarten up, be accountable, both on and off the field. And you know, we had a wonderful opportunity. We had a great list at the time, and I wanted to maximise that. I'd love to be able to sit here and say I was a dual premiership player, but it wasn't to be. And you know, at the end of the day, this football club's been wonderful. They gave me an opportunity to realise a dream, and I can't thank them enough. And you know, yeah, we went through a period of a stage in the club's history where it wasn't nice, but you see how we've responded, and I hope that in some small way I was able to contribute to that.
Dabbled a bit in coaching. Is that where you're going to go from here?
There's a few options for me at the moment, and I'll work through them. I love the game. I'm not sure I might sit down with Bush and see whether it's worth it, but there's so many aspects of football and sport and developing young kids that I really want to get myself involved with. I enjoy the list management side of the game. I've completed a degree, and so I feel as though I'm ready for the next stage, and you know, many chapters will open up after this. It's sort of just closure on one massive dream of my life, and there's other dreams now that I want to go out and achieve, and I'm sure, hopefully, I'll be just as successful doing them.
Maybe you hit Bush up for a job next year?
No. Well, he's already told Vossi there's no room, so if Vossi can't get a job, I don't think I'm in any luck.
John, was Adam an underrated player? He's several times top 5 in your best and fairest.
Yeah, well, it's how people are perceived outside the footy club. That's what being a footy supporter is all about. They have their favourites, and Adam did his best. He tipped his hair a bit and tried to get people to notice him.
White boots.
It obviously worked on the coaches because we obviously always rated him really highly. Very consistent player, dependable. And really impacted in all areas of the field. He was a very, very good defender for us. Really held up strongly in our midfield when we had our very young midfield slowly developing and waiting for his younger brother to eventually push him out of there. And can play forward. We've put him forward and know that he'll kick a goal for us or play a role up there as well. So never underrated. Within our footy club, and that shows through his best and fairest finishes.
You would see a lot of players come through, and some more likely to make coaches than others. Where does Adam sit?
Look, you just always get surprised by who bobs up somewhere doing something. Sometimes you never even pick it. But Adam, with the degree behind him, with his experience in our leadership group and his experience as an AFL player on preparation and professionalism, he's got a lot of doors that will open for him in many fields, not just in footy or in sport. So it's really him being clear about if he wants to see a different industry outside of football, or whether he wants to have a go straight into the football industry.
I know that at the end of the day that I don't have much more to give, so to know that you get to the end of the line and there's nothing left, there's a bit of relief knowing that I've done everything I possibly can. But as I said to the boys, you strive year in, year out, week in, week out to win and to hopefully win premierships and have good times, and that's what I'm going to miss, just coming into the club and trying to get better, helping others to get better, and just sitting around locker rooms and creating memories with one another. So it's emotional, but you can't hold on to it forever. If someone said 11 years ago, this is your career, I would have taken it and ran as quickly as I could. So I can't be too disappointed. I've just got to be happy and realise that someone else is going to have a wonderful career after me. Body feels pretty good. You know, it needs a bit of a rest at the moment. I still feel as though I'm capable of playing some football. It's just whether the passion's really there to commit for the 12 months. But I feel as though that, you know, I'm 29. You know, I'm capable of being able to play. I've just obviously got to work through a few things and understand where I want to be, where the work allows me to play. And but you know, I've still got that competitive instinct, and whether it's basketball, football, whatever it's going to be, I'll be still playing sport for a few more years.
Do you expect to stay in Perth, or might you move back?
I love Perth. You know, it's definitely, I could definitely stick around. Obviously, my family originate from Victoria, and with the two boys back there, and mum and dad. So, you know, there's going to be some tough decisions, but at the end of the day, I've still got family here, so I'm open to all ideas. And you know, I love the WA public. Perth's been so good to me, you know, especially the Eagles fans. And yeah, it's there's some decisions to be made, obviously, over the next couple of months to figure out where I'm going to be.
What was backyard footy like in the Selwood house?
Yeah, a lot of ducking. No, shouldn't probably joke about that. No, it was you know, competitive. My mum's here at the moment, and she can obviously back me up. But a lot of tears, a lot of blood. Joel and Scott used to get bullied. Troy and I were the better ones back then, so quite happy about that. And then yeah, we just had a lot of fun. We had a tennis court in our backyard, which we pretty much invented any game that was competitive on that court, and you know, played as if our life depended on it. And yeah, I think obviously that's where we get our competitiveness from, and our work ethic and everything else. It's fantastic to have a family. Obviously, you know, we've been able to do what we've done, but just to have three brothers and a twin brother that was always there, about as equal as you growing up, and you could test yourself out. Or even when I got drafted and Troy went to Brisbane, and you could bounce ideas off as an interstate player, and the things, you know, that all young kids go through. So I've been very fortunate, plus, you know, having wonderful parents that gave us every opportunity to achieve the dream. And you know, I'm just so grateful that they can sit back now and obviously, you know, watch and support, and you know, get a lot of fun and enjoyment out of it all.
Was it a grass court or a hard court?
Hard court, yeah. So
Clay.
yeah, no, that's where the blood come from. We at the Selwoods, we wouldn't allow a grass court; it's too soft. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Cheers. Thanks, mate. Thank you.